This meeting of the Anderson County Board of Education to order. If you'll stand, I have the Pledge of Allegiance led to Dale Cantrell.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
If you'd remain standing, we're going to have a moment of silence for our Law Director, Jay Yeager. Thank you. Recognition of guests. We have an honored guest back there. I see former school board member Greg Crawford. Glad to have you here. Always glad to have you here. Tonight is a kind of a sad evening as we say goodbye to three of our good friends. So we have resolutions tonight that we got a couple of board members going to read. So, Mr. Bell, if you would start.
Okay, appreciate it. Andy, is he going to?
Yeah, go on up there, Andy.
First of all, I'd like to say before I read it, it's certainly an honor to talk about Andy McCain because he's been very, very special to me, guided me in my last 10 years being a school board member. I'll start reading this. Anderson County Board of Education, a resolution honoring Board of Education member Mr. Andy McCain for 8 years of dedicated service to Anderson County Schools. Whereas Andy McCamey has served the people of Anderson County completely, digitally, and faithfully as a member of the Board of Education continually to the end of his term. And whereas Andy McCamey, a retired educator in Anderson County School System, rightly served as a teacher, director of transportation, and director of maintenance. And whereas dedication to his position as a board member was given in such a manner that the county can boost the continued progress of its educational programs. And whereas the Board of Education joined the people of Anderson County in recognizing support and do hereby take this small means to express appreciation to Mr. Andy McCamey. Now therefore be it resolved that this resolution we extend to Andy McCamey our heartfelt thanks for his valued contributions to the educational progress of Anderson County and the welfare of its citizens. Be it further resolved that a copy of this resolution be spread among the minutes of Anderson County Board of Education, and furthermore, a copy of this resolution be given to Mr. Andy McCamey, adopted wholeheartedly and unanimously by the Anderson County Board of Education regular session August 8, 2024. Thank you.
20-plus years ago, when I came on to the Board of Education, Dr. Burrell was the chairman, and for lack of a better word, I was stupid. And he was gentle with me as a young board member, but firm. And I learned from him. And in my lifetime, as someone who's been born and educated in this system, I do not know of a gentleman that has had a greater impact on the Anderson County school system than Dr. John Burrell. He selflessly gave of his time and will be missed. And I'm proud to call him my friend. So that we have this resolution that says the Anderson County Board of Education, a resolution honoring Board of Education member Dr. John Burrell for decades of dedicated service to the Anderson County schools, Whereas Dr. John Burrell has served the people of Anderson County competently, diligently, and faithfully as a member of the Board of Education continually until the end of his term. And whereas his service was given in such a manner that the county can boast of continued progress in its educational programs. And whereas the efforts of Dr. John Burrell are greatly appreciated by the citizens of this county and should not go unheralded. And whereas the Board of Education joined with the people of Anderson County in recognizing his support, and do hereby take this small means to express appreciation to Dr. John Burrell. Now therefore be it resolved that by this resolution we extend to Dr. John Burrell our heartfelt thanks for his valuable contributions to the educational progress of Anderson County and the welfare of its citizens. Be it further resolved that a copy of this resolution be spread upon the minutes of the Anderson County Board of Education, and furthermore that a copy of this resolution be given to Dr. John Burrell, adopted wholeheartedly and unanimously by the Anderson County Board of Education in regular session on August the 8th, 2024.
It is my honor and the sadness to read this resolution for my friend, fellow board member and my friend for many, many years. We don't tell you all the things we've been into. It's all been good. And it is an honor to read. An Anderson County Board of Education, a resolution honoring Glenda Langenberg for many years of dedicated service to Anderson County schools in 2 separate terms covering the county from New River to Oak Ridge. Whereas Glenda Langenberg has served the people of Anderson County competently, diligently, and faithfully as a member of the Board of Education continually until the end of her term. Whereas Glenda Langenberg participated in many educational opportunities and achieved level 5 boardmanship during her tenure and shared her knowledge with fellow board members. And whereas the Board of Education joined with people of Anderson County in recognizing her support, and do hereby take this small means to express appreciation to Ms. Glenda Langenberg. Now, therefore be it resolved that with this resolution, we extend to Glenda Langenberg our heartfelt thanks for her valuable contributions to the educational process in Anderson County and the welfare of its citizens. Be it therefore resolved that a copy of this resolution be spread upon the minutes of the Anderson County Board of Education, and furthermore, a copy of this resolution be given to Mrs. Langenberg, adopted wholeheartedly and unanimously by the Board of Education in regular session on August 8, 2024.
I'd just like to say thank you to this wonderful staff and wonderful board, and you all do just absolutely wonderful. I'm with you. And I always look forward to different things coming up in the Anderson County schools that I can be a part of. And, well, Claxton schools, I hope you can build it without me. And so, I hope that you'll invite me back when you have the grand opening. And thank you, Dr. Parrott.
Thank you.
You've been a wonderful superintendent. And thank you, Lord. Love all of you.
Let's get a picture, Glenda.
I'll entertain a motion that we approve all 3 of those resolutions.
So moved.
Second.
Second, all in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed, no. So that's unanimous and wholeheartedly. Thank you. Our person to be heard tonight is putting on his private citizen hat is Mr. Deb Cantrell.
Thank you. I appear to you tonight as a father of an adult special needs son with an announcement that I hope all of you will spread out to your individual districts. On August the 27th, which is the last Tuesday of this month, the No Limits Foundation, which was started about 6 years ago to provide scholarships and assistance for our special needs students that graduate. We've spread about $50,000 so far to these people, are starting branch number 2, because the toughest thing for these students is when they leave the school that they're at, where they're kind of treated like rock stars. They have a built-in peer group, they have a support system. They end up getting left behind. If they don't have a good workforce or a place to be part of the community, it can get lonely for them. And there's a lot of frustration. So I am tickled to announce that on August the 27th, we'll begin the first meeting of the No Limits Foundation Social Engagement Group. So citizens from the age of 18 to 30 that have developmental delays or physical disabilities will have a weekly meeting that will be led by 2 special education educators. It'll take place at Second Baptist Church at 6 o'clock from 8 o'clock. Food will be provided each week. And then once a month, they will do activities such as go bowling, dancing, movies. They're going to learn to make Uber reservations for specially trained Uber drivers in the special needs community with special vehicles. They're going to learn how to do group text so that they can develop, hopefully, peer group, and I call it my son's own personal dating website. So hopefully they will develop groups to come through. It's at no cost. Nobody makes any money. Everything is totally volunteered. That if you would just help me go out into your community, and I'll be sending out emails, but it's the last Tuesday of this month, August, and it'll be every week, and we're going to grow and hopefully have 100 people by the end of the year. So thank you.
All right, great. Thank you, Dale. Next item is approval of the agenda.
Motion to approve the agenda as presented.
Motion to approve the agenda as presented.
Second.
And a second. Any discussion? Not all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, no. Anything to be removed from the consent agenda tonight for discussion?
So moved, Mr. Chairman.
Motion to approve consent agenda as it stands. Is there a second? Motion and second. Any discussion? Not all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
That is done. That included the second reading for all the policies that we approved last month. There was no executive approval this month. So comments from the chair, just want to give a little report on the Summer Law Institute that several of us attended. It seemed like a long time ago. It was since the last meeting. It was up in Gatlinburg. There were 275 pieces of legislation that the TSBA tracked that had to do with education. Nearly 100 of those, I think the number's 96, actually became law that affect K through 12 education. So that's a bunch of new stuff. So it was an intense time for us. But we also had a workshop on special education discipline and school threats, federal laws and funding, challenged materials, and then also a presentation on school violence. So it was an intense 2 days, and but those of us who went were grateful, I think, and are now highly educated. We'll see. I do want to say a quick word to our outgoing board members. All 3 of you all were on this board when I got here. You've certainly been a mentor to me, and I appreciate all you've done, and you certainly are going to be missed on this board. Your wisdom and knowledge will be missed, so thank you. Tonight we get to at least see our student board members, our new student board members from Anderson County High School. Marin, did I get that right? Marin, I love that name. Marin Branham, and from Clinton High School, Keaton Cook. I gave them the night off of giving a report, right? But if y'all want to say, can y'all say a word about, just introduce yourself and what you do for fun? And we know you're seniors, right? So you don't have to tell us that. We know what school you go to. No, you can do it right there. We got you set, yeah.
Hi, my name is Keaton Cook. I'm in the band at Clinton High School. I play bass drum, and I lead our DECA chapter in NHS. So I like to be involved in the school.
All right, thank you.
And I'm Marin Branham. I'm also in the AC band, and I play the flute. And
You ready?
That's right. Yeah, all right. Thank you all. So next time, we'll look forward to a little bit of a short report on what's going on at your schools, and no big deal. We're all friends here, so and we'll maybe expect a concert later. I don't know, but 2 band people, that's all right. All right, moving on to the director's report.
Good deal, thank you. Hey, just a few things that I want to go over tonight. And every year we have a theme. And so we met at Second Baptist Church last Friday and went over, I told them, I said, everything you know is when we have a theme, it'll end up on the back of a T-shirt. And so we've got the T-shirts ordered. But this year's theme is Make Every Day Count. And so what does that mean? And so we want to make every day count when we come to school. We have a chance to make a difference in a person's life. Whether you're a teacher, a counselor, whether you're a student, whether you're just a parent or you're a volunteer, we have a chance. We have 200 days in the school calendar, and every day we have a chance to make that day count. So I have challenged our staff to do that. And one of the things we talked about was put y'all on. How long does it take to put on a seatbelt?
5 seconds.
5 seconds. 3. It takes an average of 3 to 4 seconds to put on a seatbelt. And as you know, a seatbelt saves millions of lives. And it's just something we do. But here's the thing is, if we don't put it on, it's useless. It's wasted. And so that's kind of how we're going about this school year, is we have every day, and if we don't use that day, it's wasted, and wasted time you never get back. So what I've challenged them to do is, say something nice to somebody. If you're in a classroom and you see somebody struggling, if there's a student out there see them struggling, then go over, invite them to lunch, do things like that. So we really spent that morning talking about making every day count, and I really challenged them. And as you think about it, when you think about those 3 to 5 seconds, we have 450 minutes in every day. So that's a lot of time to make every day count. So one of the things I did is, when we did our principles, is, you know how hard it is to find pennies, right? So we had to find pennies. So in this jar, there's 200 pennies, and they represent every day that we have this year. So I've give those out to my principals and my directors, and we have a little envelope that we can put in there, and it says, "Thanks for making this day count," and this penny represents what you did. So it's just something that's kind of neat that we can do, to have that and say, hey, we want to make sure that in Anderson County we make every day count for every student. So that was one of them. The other thing is, we had Kevin, his name just left me. Kevin Hines. I don't know why that name just left me, but Kevin Hines, he was a person that jumped off the Gay Street Bridge, and he lived, the Golden Gate Bridge, and lived to tell about it. And so he came and he spoke, and he was really, it was pretty neat when he talked about it, because what really got me is when he said, is when my hands left the rail, I instantly knew I'd made a mistake. And at that point, it was too late, he thought. But he hit the water, and the story, you can go online, it's a pretty interesting story, is that there was a seal. He thought it was a shark. He said, I'm in the water, I've made the fall, it's not killed me, but now I'm going to get eaten by a shark. And it was a seal, and the seal started circling him, and every time it circled, it pushed him up to the top. And it stayed there with him until the people, the Coast Guard, got there to rescue him. And he talks about he's still in pain, he's still doing these things, but it was really good. And then that Friday night is we had him speak again to students and parents at Anderson County High School, and we had a lot of people there from different agencies to help people with mental health. And so that's kind of our thing, the whole child this year. So that's one of the things we really want to focus on, is make every day count. The other thing that I want to say is, I'm going to miss you all. these board members, you all have worked so hard and so tirelessly to make Anderson County a better place, and I thank you for that, and I thank you for putting your trust in me to lead this district with your votes and with the contract extension and things like that. But just to know, my phone, if you call, my phone's going to ring and I'm going to answer it, okay? Because you still have a lot to give, and so I always want your advice. Anytime we can do things better, just please reach out to me. And thank you for what you've done. The other thing, just kind of to let you know, Claxton School, we're getting very close. We hope to announce community meetings by the end of the week. We're getting close on all the drawings and everything. We met again to just do some final tweaks. So we're really getting close on that. We hope to have everything done, and maybe we can bring back, our plan is in September is to bring back the final drawing for y'all to look at and approve. All of our schools are staffed with SROs and nurses, and they have hit the ground running, and it has been a good first week of school. Got a lot of new students coming in. A lot of people have moved into Anderson County, so that's always good. One of the things, when you always have new people come in and people start new school systems, you have questions that come up, and we had a question come up about our curriculum in middle school, about Algebra 1. And so Miss April Myers, she's working on sending out a letter to all of their parents and things like that to let them know they're going to have a community meeting and go over that and talk about those things and make sure that we get more of that input. We had meetings over the last 2 or 3 years, but sometimes when you get new people come in, you need to have more meetings, and we're excited. Anytime somebody comes and wants to know how to make our academics better, we're always ready for that. So our projects, capital projects, as you know, we now have safety film on all of our windows. We have the new sewer system at Dutch Valley is working. They are still in the process of redoing the sewer system at Briceville. They're working on that. And they're installing what I call the blue lights. They're safety blue lights that are in our school, and we will have in all of our schools, because, as you know, one of the things we heard at the Law Institute was that when you have a shooter come in and the fire alarm goes off, we have trained our students when the fire alarm goes off, you go out. And so that has caused some students to lose their life. And so there was a bill passed that said we have to work on a transition plan of when that happens. If it's an unscheduled fire drill, then how are we going to do that? So we've got Mr. Myers and Mr. Deal are working on a safety plan, and we'll have that here in the next couple of months to where we'll know is that if it's an unscheduled one, what are we going to do? So we've got to work with law enforcement and the fire marshal and things like that, because it's in your head when there's a fire drill, you automatically leave the room. So we've got to make sure we do that and do it correctly and do everything safe for our students. So, but listen, I get excited. This is my 8th year, 9th year. I don't even know now. Is it 8th, 9th year as director? And man, I get excited this time of year because I know that the kids are coming. They are coming with excitement, and we want to make sure that when they leave, they can do whatever they want to. So, thank you. Yes. Transportation. Buses have been running. We've had a few bumps in the road, but everything like that. We did have a backhoe to back into a bus today, but there was nobody got hurt or anything like that. So everything's working good. We can, and one of the things you had asked last month was to bring kind of a synopsis of where credit recovery is, and so these are the summaries of all the credit recovery, and those are what I brought to you all on Monday night. So if you have any questions about them, it's just the summaries of kind of what all credit recovery was and what all new credit was in Edgenuity. So I will be bringing that report back to you all at the end of the semester each year now.
All right. Thank you. Next item is workshop. We did have a workshop on Monday night and talked about a lot of things. I don't think, all of those are under action items. I don't think there's anything else we need to lift up from the workshop. We did go over a bunch of policies, which we will go over here in a second, and as well as a couple of other things. So, including the financial report.
Financial report. We had appropriations, we had 1A through 1G. And went over all of those on Monday night. And one of the things that, again, gets excited about, we're putting in a $1.4 million to move that school just a little bit closer.
All right. Is there a motion to approve appropriations 1A through 1H?
So moved.
Second.
Motion and second. Is there any further discussion other than what we had Monday night? All right. Roll call vote.
Mr. Bale?
Aye.
Mr. Cantrell?
Yes.
Mr. Gillen Waters?
Aye.
Ms. Langdon-Burke?
Aye.
Mr. McCamey?
Aye.
Ms. Portwood?
Aye.
And Mr. Williams?
No.
And on transfers, we had 2A through 2D, and they were all federal transfers, and most of these were transferring funds for carryovers. And we went over those if you have any questions.
Motion to approve those.
We approve transfers 2A through 2D.
Second.
Motion and second. Approve transfers 2A through 2D. Any discussion? Not all in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed, no. We have an addendum of 2 appropriations, I and J. Those
Do that.
somewhere.
Well,
You just killed it.
I just killed it. I did at that. Hold on just a second. I'm gonna get it back. I pushed the wrong button. There it is.
There it is, all right.
We have addendum 1I and 1J, and those are federal ATSI carryover. And that is for Norwood Middle School's program.
All right. Is there a motion to approve those?
So moved, Mr. Chairman.
Motion to approve appropriations 1I and 1J. Is there a second?
Second.
Second, all right. Any other discussion?
Appropriation, does that need a roll?
Yep, it'll have to
Yes.
be roll call vote.
Yep. Any other discussion? If not, roll call vote.
Mr. Bale?
Aye.
Mr. Cantrell?
Yes.
Mr. Gillen Waters?
Aye.
Ms. Langdon-Burke?
Aye.
Mr. McCamey?
Aye.
Ms. Portwood?
Aye.
Ms. Williams?
Aye.
Motion carried.
All right.
I'm gonna try not to mess this up.
There you go. Next item is to approve the lease of a turf tank for, that's Clinton, it's Clinton High School.
Clinton High School
Sorry.
and this will all be paid for out of school funds.
Right, this is to paint lines on the field.
Yes.
So is there a motion?
We're actually renting it.
Renting.
Where it's a, yeah,
That's a
a
lease.
3-year lease, rental, whatever.
Yes.
Yep, all right. Is there a motion to approve that?
So moved.
Second.
Motion is second to approve the rental agreement for a 3-year contract for the turf tank. Any discussion? Not all in favor, say aye. Aye. Opposed, no. That's done. Next item is an increase in ticket prices for sports.
Yes.
Puts football tickets up to $10. They've been $7 since 2009, so they'll go up to 10. Basketball and volleyball go up to 8 each. All other sports would be $6.
And this puts us in line with Knox County.
Right. Any discussion about that?
Inflation hits us again.
Inflation hits us again. Costs you more to enjoy Friday, a whole $10.
Yes.
So,
Can't get a hamburger deal for $10.
That's right, I know it, that's right. So is there a motion to approve that change?
I so move, Mr. Chairman.
And a second? All right, is there discussion? Not all in favor, say aye. Aye. Opposed, no. That is done. And we have policies for first reading.
We're doing these as a group or individual?
We can do them as a group.
Do 'em as a
We
group.
talked about all of them Monday night. Not too much that's controversial. So is there a motion to approve policies one A through G on first reading?
So moved.
Second.
Motion is second to approve policies A through G on first reading. Any discussion? Not, all in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed, no. That is done. Anything else to come before the board tonight?
I just wanted to say one more thing. I left out Alexis, and I just wanted to say what a great job you've done. And thank you for taking my calls all the time and everything. And you've done a great job.
Well, thank you guys for welcoming me so openly and so kindly.
Good.
I just want to say one other thing.
You go for it.
See Scotty Harrell sitting back there and
Robbie.
Robbie, I know his brother.
He's been called worse.
He immediately went.
I just want to say, I'm so proud of you and glad that you got the opportunity to take the principal's job at Clinton.
I'll second that.
All right.
Great job, doing a great
All
job.
right. All right.
If I could, Mr. Chairman, just 1 minute. I want to thank everybody on this board. I told Dr. Parrott, I did the math today while I was sitting, and I'd served under 9 different directors of school. And I won't give you all the math because they tell how old I am, but all of my life, except the first 6 have been in school. Anderson County Schools, or 4 years of college, or working for Anderson County. I love Anderson County Schools. And if there's ever anything I can do in any way to help Anderson County Schools, count me in. Thank you.
All right. Thank you. All right, our next meeting will be swearing in 3 new board members and welcoming them, so we will miss you all tremendously.
You all can welcome to come.
Anything else to come before the board?
You know, I've been back twice. so-
Yeah, I know.
That's right.
Come back.
That's right. We'll be
Y'all
looking
don't
for
count me
you.
out
Yeah,
yet.
that's it.
All right. We'll be adjourned. Thank you. Well, I didn't sign the minutes.
Thank you, Joe.